She taught second grade and fifth grade. My grade, that grade rules. Okay, exciting. Well, I'm in seventh grade. I'm getting a little high up there in age, but that's okay. We still look back.
Yeah, we do.
And this lady is a humanitarian. Her purpose in life is to give back and love on people. When she puts her mind to something that has to deal with somebody being better, getting better, and changing their whole life around in a positive way, that's what she goes for. When she looks into somebody's eyes and knows what they've gone through, what they're going to go through, she said, I could help that person and I'm going to make it happen. This lady is also a philanthropist. She has helped many people, and not just in her community, she is nationally loved.
Yes, she has served.
She is nationally loved, nationally known, and she has gone to all 50 states, but not just North America. She has also gone to South Africa and North Africa to help out and give every bit inside of her to help and give out to their community, not just her own. She believes that every place needs to look like how she feels. She feels that everybody deserves a home, that everybody deserves love, and she could give it to you. Miss Jotina Buck.
Amazing. What do you say? What do you say? Amazing. Like that. Amazing. I am so grateful for Victoria and Ayani of KHOU Kids Zone. You can catch them on Saturday morning at 9 a.m., correct? 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. So be sure to have your kids tune in. This is our future. This is why we do what we do. So let's celebrate them one more time. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, to get down in the trenches, to give everything you got, to give back to your community. So tonight we've come here to honor those individuals who are often looked over, who are often looked at and looked beyond. And so let's just take a moment to celebrate our honorees. We have some amazing individuals in the house tonight, and we want to be sure that they are recognized. But before we go any further, I have a couple of individuals here who are going to make some presentations. American Life Income, and so he'll come at this time, and then we'll have another gentleman from 1000 Men Empowerment that will follow up, and then we'll get started with our awards. Thank you.
I'm actually a minister of outreach in the community here. Mr. Johnson and I have been working together for a couple of years now. Mr. Johnson really touched a special place in my heart when he began to tell me about his dream and his vision with the 1,000 men. It was awesome. I can reflect back on a moment when Mr. Johnson talked about this in a vision. We was just riding, and we were on our way to Taco Cabana, riding 3 deep in a truck. And he said, man, I'm gonna get Stedman here next month. I said, dude, you smoking, man, something's going on with you. We're riding 3 deep in the truck, and he's saying he's gonna get Stedman here next month. And he did that. I've watched Mr. Johnson grow over the last few months and the last year. Has been awesome. It takes people like us and you in the room to continue the good work and standing with someone as they continue to live out their dreams and aspirations. I can't say I'm so proud of you, Mr. Johnson. With that said, I'll continue to stand with him. I'm standing with him tonight in unity with AIL Insurance Company, American Income Life. We together stand with Mr. Johnson, giving some gifts away, amount of $2,000, accidental death certificates. And you might say, well, we have insurance already, and that's good. Well, this is more for the merrier. More for the merrier. However you want to say it. $2,000 is $2,000. You say, well, I got all those expenses already covered. Okay, we understand that. Well, you're going to have to feed somebody because they're in your house. So there it is. Second with that, most important thing we believe is the children. So we're giving away these free child safe kits. Let me tell you how they operate. Some of you already know. We have these kids in school in grade age and so forth and so on. But the point is, when this Amber Alert goes off, the way the system is set up now, it takes about 2 hours in order for the police to get it all worked up and hit that Amber Alert for you. But with this particular system, what we have with our free child safe kit, it only takes 10 minutes. You say, well, how do we get this? I'm glad you asked. What we're going to do is allow you to sign a sign-in sheet here. We'll bring you these kits to your place, residence, or workplace. It doesn't matter. We'll come out to see you. We'll give you these certificates for $2,000, accidental death. We don't have a problem with that. We'll come out to see you. But it's your responsibility to sign up. We have a little yellow box in the back of the room. You can sign, put your information on there, leave a telephone number, a contact number, and we'll come see you. You say, well, I'm going to end up buying a policy. Well, you might. We're just that good at AIL. We're in 3 different countries and in every state, okay? So work with us and help us to grow because we got a lot of work to do. There's 200 and some countries in this nation that make up this nation. I believe that's right. Somebody's going to check me on that. But nevertheless, you see the work that needs to be done. Every family needs to be enriched, equipped, and encouraged by way of insurance, okay? So let's make it happen. Thank you, Mr. Johnson.
Thank you. I'd like to greet everyone tonight. My name is Alfred Scott, and I'm with 1,000 Men Empowerment, project manager, working with Mr. Bruce Johnson and this lovely lady, Ms. Velma. How you doing tonight?
I'm good, thanks.
All right. Let me see a hand of all the media that is represented here tonight. Don't be afraid. Amen. We are media friendly. So again, let me see this show of hands of all the media that is here tonight. All right, great. Look, we are here tonight, this fundraiser, we're here to raise funds to be able to donate back to a charity that is close to Mr. Bruce Johnson's heart, which is part of his church. Amen. And the purpose of 1,000 Men Empowerment is not only to reach men that are coming out of prison, coming out of jail, but also to reach individuals that are on the poverty line, assisting them in getting back on their feet, re-entry back into our communities, and producing something positive in their communities. All right? Now, what we're looking at doing, we have, we're partnered with Entertainment Premier Sales, and we have these books here that if you go to our website, 1000 Men Empowerment at yahoo.com, one of our links is 1000 Men Empowerment saves you money. How many of you like to save money? Now, let's re-ask that question again. How many of you like to save money?
Everybody.
All right. Well, guess what? We have something here. These two of these books here. This one deals with entertainment, premier dining. How many of you love to eat out? How many of you love to eat out? And let me tell you something. In this book, you have some of the premier dining facilities in the greater Houston area and Across America, which provides you with savings. Between these two books, you have over $2,000 in savings in coupons, discounts. Yes, I've gone through and I've counted.
Did you?
Yes, sir. All right? And these books only cost $35. Now, we have partnered with Humble ISD. Also, I went to Jack Yates High School today. This is a no-brainer. All right? Our goal is to be able to get at least 100,000 of these books out in the community over the next 2 months. We're asking the media to partner with us. These young ladies, let's give them another hand of applause. And the reason I say that is because these books here will also assist them because we're giving back to different youth organizations. Hello, within our greater Houston community. So we're asking you to partner with us as we're reaching out to different schools and different organizations to assist them. It's a win-win, it's a no-brainer. $35 for 2,000. Hello. Amen. Let me say that again. Amen. We're going to go to church right now. Can I get an amen? Amen. All right. $35 for 2,000.
That's not bad.
Hello, that's not a bad bargain. Is that not right? All right. And I know everybody here tonight is going to get one, right? All right. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, now give yourselves a hand. Amen.
We want to be sure that we celebrate and we support 1,000 Men Empowerment. And so we thank you for that. We're not going to hold here. We're going to move right into our awards ceremony. We want to be sure that we get you out expeditiously. And so our very first honoree of the night is Mr. Larry Johnson. Larry, a 1986 graduate of Texas Southern University, with a Bachelor's of Arts in Communication, has over 25 years on-air experience as a radio and a TV personality. He's the first African-American in the Houston TV market with the duties of a studio news anchor dating back to the early 70s. He was also a weekend and overnight news anchor for the city's largest news talk show, that was 740 KTRH, before moving into the executive side of radio, where he's presently employed at KTSU as the development director. Larry was the first Black sports director of a major radio station in Houston, and he also has an extensive media and public relations background. We are extremely grateful for Larry. He has 2 children, Valika Johnson Hines, and former City Councilman Jarvis Johnson. 5 grandkids, a beautiful wife, Stephanie Lewis Johnson of Houston. And so help me celebrate Mr. Larry Johnson as we honor him at the Secret Society.
For a broadcast person, but I have to first of all thank my lovely wife Stephanie, who was always at my side, urging me on and making sure that I make right decisions. You know, sometimes it's like, you're making that decision? I'm with you, okay? So anyway, she's always at my side and guiding me. And I also want to thank my kids for being here. It's not too often that I get recognized, and I hear your words loud and clear, because often I've been in the background. My name is not associated with well-known folk, like I'm not Ralph Cooper or the Mike Harris of the world, because I started out at KCOH and then I immediately went across town on the other side of the track. So I appreciate being recognized, but I'm so proud that my kids are here because, as a matter of fact, you know, turnaround is fair play, because I got out of the media. They might be too young to remember this, but I got out of the media because at the time I thought I was spending too much time in the broadcast field away from my kids. So I stayed out of the media for a number of years, and then I got back into the media later on, and so it's real nice to have recognitions like I'm having tonight, okay? And I really want to thank those of you who came, and also I'm looking at these young people, and one of my favorite sayings is, if you don't know where you've been, it's very hard to navigate where you're going. And so I got into, as you said, I've got into the media and during the 70s. I made a lot of personal sacrifices behind the scene. Things like, and I'm going to share this with you, and then I'm going to sit down. But things like being in the newsroom and fighting my own personal battles. I was never a card-carrying civil rights marcher, but I did fight the battles in the newsroom. Simple things like when a reporter would say, we're looking for a suspect, and the suspect is a black male. And then later on that evening or even the next day, they would say, we're looking for a suspect, and it's a male. And it would happen to be a white man. So I had to point out that these are inequities, sometimes at the risk of losing my job. But these are the things I want these young kids to realize. And one more, I gotta share this with you, because it's so reflective of the times. I was on air one Saturday afternoon anchoring the news, and as soon as I got through with the news, this is Larry Don Johnson, the phone rang, and it was my news director. And he said, Larry, as long as you're on the air, I never want you again to say Reagan without first saying president in front of his name. Just a reflection of the times and what we're going through. I think you might know what I'm saying. So those are the kind of things I fought for, and I certainly am very grateful to be recognized tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
With so much sensationalism in the media, we are extremely grateful for individuals like Mr. Johnson, who's been a trailblazer and really, paved the way for individuals who are in journalism, working as news anchors and even radio personalities today. So let's just take a moment again to celebrate. Isaiah Carey is a general assistant reporter for Fox 26 News at 9, originally from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He caught the TV bug at a very young age, as he would say, and he made his first debut in front of the camera at the tender age of 5, right? And it's pretty young. On a weekly segment called Thought for the Day. And in college, Isaiah continued with his pursuit of broadcasting career. Before graduating from Southern University in Baton Rouge, he had already worked as a news anchor, as well as a reporter for that city's local news. Throughout his broadcasting career, Isaiah has won several awards, including an Emmy and an award for the Society of Professional Journalism. And so today, we recognize Mr. Isaiah Carey of Fox 26 News.
First of all, I want to apologize for just getting here, but it was right in the nick of time. I just left Waller County, where today I just started a new segment at Fox 26 called Isaiah Factor Uncensored. And it's an in-depth look at different things that are going on in the community. And what we broke today was a 41-year-old mother in Waller County who had her 9-year-old daughter in the car with her selling drugs. Wow. And the child was experienced. She looked at the money to see if the strike was in there. And we had her on surveillance video. She is 9 years old, already ruined, a professional drug dealer. The mother also sold her for $10 dances with individuals who are drunk at a local nightclub in Waller County. So I just rushed from there to here, and then I go back at 9:30 to do a story about the children at the border down in South Texas. But I want to thank the organization for this award, and I want to thank you all tonight, and pay homage to individuals like Mr. Johnson, who paved the way for young African-American reporters like myself, Francis Page, who's here, who does an absolutely wonderful job with his publication in Houston, and I want to thank all of you, but I got to get back. for the 9:30. I'll be on it. Well, I'd also like to say thank you for Melinda's Coleman. She would have been here. She's been off for at least 4 days. Her child got sick over the weekend, and she can't be here, but she wanted me to thank you all as well.
Ms. Carey, we'll ask that you accept Melinda's award on behalf of the Secret Society. Will you accept that award?
Absolutely.
Thank you. So tonight we are honoring Melinda's colleague who's made extreme contributions to the world of media. And so we want to honor her tonight, and we're going to keep her in our prayers. We pray for her family during this time. Thank you.
Thank you.
At this time, I am going to bring up Miss Jade Gold, who will just give us a little bit about, I know in the beginning I talked about Bruce Johnson and Velma Trahan, but we want to take a little more in-depth look into their lives and what they've accomplished and how we are here today as a result of their work, their sweat, and their hand. So at this time, if you could welcome Jade Gold.
Good evening, everyone. I have the absolute honor and pleasure of introducing two very wonderful people this evening that have put this event together. Ms. Trahan is a force to be reckoned with, and that is a powerhouse in itself. Not only has she been able to consider the thinking Mongol of the industry, as I like to call her, but she is also exquisite in her branding of companies. She's been able to do that not only for large corporations, but she has also been able to do that for sports figures, professional, and for businesses such as my own. With that being said, she has also implemented public relations, public strategy, and implemented several social media campaigns that have taken companies to the next level. One of the things that I hope to illustrate about her is that she is recognizable across many industries, including the entertainment industry. She's been a keynote speaker for the Wealthy Sisters Summer Program and Sisterhood Network. She is the co-host producer of the first annual Hip Hop Awards here, which was a major success here in Houston. She also has a clientele that extends across many different TV shows I'm sure you're familiar with, rolling out Sister to Sister, the Yolanda Adams morning show. Also obtained CNN nominations as well as through Steve Harvey, and obtained John C. Maxwell nominations, and we all know how impeccable his teachings are. One of the things that I want to say about ThinkZilla is that she has been able to make a footstep here in Houston, as well as Atlanta, Los Angeles, and that is something that many of us, especially African American, cannot say. When you're able to brand your own brand and then take someone else's brand to the next level, not only with her expertise, but she is able to do that through PR. She is able to say that she has actually returned a profit to her clients. And to me, that says success. And so I just want to give her a round of applause, not only for the footprint that she has been able to make here in a very short amount of time, but for the lives that she has been able to touch. I am also closely related to another account that she has, which is my pastor, Pastor Keon Henderson, which is one of the largest global churches here in Houston. She has had that account now for a year, and I can say personally that I have seen that return of investment even in the church industry, and we all know that there is a business to that, that it does take a strong individual in a company that is able to carry the weight of a major pastor in that industry. So without further ado, please hold the applause, because I also want to introduce to some Mr. Bruce Johnson, who is a Renaissance man, an actor, a philanthropist, and also a very strikingly good-looking man.
Wow.
Mr. Johnson has been able to do many things across the board. He is known both nationally and internationally. As an actor, he has shared several things, such as the productions over the years, critically acclaimed, Family That Prays Together, which we are all familiar with. He is also in a program, The Dreamers. Mr. Johnson started an independent film with Queenie, Priestess of the Ghetto. Did I say that correct? Okay. And written and directed by Mr. Kevin Norman. One of the other things was featured in 2011 in the opening film, San Diego Black Film Festival. So there is accolades that keep going. And as a singer, Mr. Johnson is his own one-man show, starring in the Grand Sinatra Hotel Casino in Reno, Nevada. Music from the very well-known Mr. Frank Sinatra, Mr. Joe Williams, and the lovely Lena Horne. And so it is an evening of jazz, so it was called, with a very eloquent twist to it. He has also been known for the Black Achievers in Houston 2011 award and has worked on television and radio with many accolades. As Entertainer of the Year, Mr. Johnson has been able to be featured on various magazines, including any number of ones that you're familiar with, including Rolling Out Magazine and Rise of the Week. If you will, please, for the two that have done so much to put this event together and honor those that have been passed along, please welcome our two stars for the evening, Ms. Gomes.
Hello, everyone. It's never about me. This is about everyone that's out here. This is about the community. This is about our children. I just want to say thank you. Thank you, Jade. Again, this is not about me, and I thank you.
And on that note, I'm just going to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for coming.
We will move right along. And our next honoree for the evening is Mr. D.L. Hughley from Spread the Word, one of the most popular and highly recognized stand-up comedians on the road today, has also made quite an impression in the television, film, and radio arenas. D.L. was most recently heard on the New York airwaves as host of the morning show for WRKS-FM. D.L. also serves as a weekly contributor to the nationally syndicated radio show, The Tom Joyner Morning Show. First and foremost, a stand-up comedian. He started in his fifth stand-up comedian act, The Reset, which premiered on Showtime, July 14th, 2013. And Mr. D.L. could not be with us tonight. Mr. Hughley could not be with us tonight. So Mr. Tim Thorne will accept on behalf of D.L. Hughley. And we still want to celebrate him.
As she said, unfortunately, DL was not able to make it tonight, so I accept this award on his behalf.
Our next honoree for the night is Mr. Greg Hurst of KHOU News. Greg Hurst joined KHOU 11 News in June 1999 from WABC TV in New York, where he was a reporter and one of the station's leading anchors. During his more than 20 years on the job, Greg gained a wealth of experience covering stories all around the world. We know him for covering stories with the war on Iraq, the bombing that happened in New York, and even other places in Russia. And so tonight, we want to honor Mr. Greg Hurst, and unfortunately, once again, he could not be here with us, but we have Mr. Alan Dave accepting on his behalf.
Well, unfortunately, he was not able to be here, but he sent a speech and
That's good, that's good.
I accept this award on his behalf. Thank you very much.
That's good. That's good.
While this is a secret Society Media Awards, we understand that most of these individuals work the 9 p.m., the late show, or they're working very early in the morning. So right now for them it's bedtime. And so we want to be sure that they're honored, that they're celebrated, and we recognize their humanitarian efforts in the community and behind the camera. And so as we move forward and move along, I just want to take a moment to recognize our special guest, Mr. Carl Thomas. I apologize for that. And we have Mr. Michael Sterling in the house tonight. And so we just want to celebrate them and thank them for their attendance and all that they've done to support the community and give back. Our next honoree for the evening is Mr. Brandon Beard. He can come forward at this time from Cumulus Radio. Brandon Beard joined Cumulus Media in August of 2013. Since his arrival in Shreveport, Georgia, he has a heavy focus in giving back to the community, whether it be partnering with charities, as with the Sickle Cell Foundation, or with St. Jude, or bringing events to the locals in the community. Brandon has over 15 years of strategic executive management experience, and Brandon was previously the president and co-CEO for Business Service Consulting, which focused on the efforts of transforming small and medium businesses into national brands, building sales and training programs, and advising executive management. We are extremely grateful for this man. He is the father of 3 children and the husband of Rebecca Fisher Beard. And his vision, which I love, and the statement that he lived by says, chase the vision, not the money. The money will end up following you. I love it. That's good. So at this time, let's welcome Mr. Brandon Beard.
What an honor to stand in this room amongst my colleagues. Mr. Johnson, I appreciate the award. I appreciate Ms. Velma. Making a difference. I think that's the most important thing that's going to be said tonight. And something that I like to focus on, and especially in media, we spend a lot of time reporting the stories and touch a lot of lives, and we don't really get a chance to really get out there and do some good. And that's really what I'm focusing on. I'm a baby when it comes to the radio business. Mr. Johnson, it's amazing the career that you've had, and I appreciate it. And I think that's what I'll leave you with is just, do something. Do something good.
Do something.
And, the rest will take care of itself. Thank you.
Take that home. Do something.
I like that,
Don't
Mom.
chase the money. The money will end up following you.
That's right.
I like
That's
that.
good.
Those are things that are noteworthy. We should be writing that down, put it in our iPad, our other phone somewhere. That's good stuff. Thank you, Mr. Beard, for your contributions to the community and the world of media and journalism. We're grateful for you tonight. Our next honoree for the evening is Ms. Amber Nill, Millionaire Matchmaker. Oh yeah, the innovator. Some kind of name, the innovator. Amber Nill is the CEO of Matchmaker Enterprises, and she's not only Houston's Millionaire Matchmaker, but she's a professional stand-up comedian, certified TV producer, executive producer, and the host of a Match Made in Houston talk show, where she helped business owners find their way through as they're moving into the city. Amber is also a relationship expert columnist for Lava Life. She's a romance columnist for Dish Houston Magazine, a date coach, a motivational speaker, an expert for the news, a networking guru, and the CEO of the Corporate Comedian Live events. That's a lot of stuff. I have to take a break on that, right? She coined the innovator in Houston for introducing current dating trends fresh out of Los Angeles and New York right here. Amber Nill proudly represents the Love and Laughter comedy series right here, and her keen concept implements interactive happy hour mixers, and these are for singles only. And I really, as I was reading her bio, I said, man, she does a lot. She does a lot. And this is good stuff, and this is new stuff. And so she's been on 2020 with Barbara Walters, ABC, CBS, NBC News, the Houston Chronicle, Houston Press, Culture Map, Examiner.com, Dish Houston Magazine, LavaLife.com, Social in Houston. We should be praising her right now, right? I mean, it's a lot of stuff. I love it. And she's expanded her brand all across Texas. And she's also has her own night that's at the Improv here in Houston, as well as in Dallas, and the LOL Comedy Club in San Antonio.
Go.
I think we should all
Go,
I need some water for her.
Go, girl.
It is a lot. I'm just, I'm really honored to be here today because it is my very first award for journalism, so I'm really excited about that. My passion is to give love, laughter. This world is really hard and really crazy, and if I can help in any kind of way to help people find what they need, whether it's corporate things, matchmaking of all kinds, friends, networking, business, love, whatever. So I just really like to give back in that way, and I'm actually shy. No one believes it. But that's how I've created my events, that I think if I don't go to it, then I'm not gonna do it. So I try to figure out what the problems are, and being in the dating industry for 10 years, I've seen a lot of flaws and things that really could be changed for the better. So I'm just out here to try to help people feel better one way or the other. Thank you so much, Velma and Bruce, for nominating me for this award. Thank you to my best friend Jenny for always supporting me. You know, always what is it? Behind every good girl is a best friend with crazy ideas, right? Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you for your contributions here in the Houston area and across the world. We are truly grateful. Our very next honoree of the evening is Mr. Francis Page Jr. And I am going to allow Mr. Page to come forward and share with us a little bit about Houston Style Magazine and the contributions that he's made. Absolutely. Well, here we go. Jade Gold again. Receive her as she accepts on behalf of Mr. Francis Page Jr.
You know, he texts me and he says, Jake, can you do this? His wife had to catch a flight. And the irony in this is that Francis and I have been friends for more than 28 years. He was actually my prom date. So it's really kind of ironic that I get to do this for him. You know, his vision is crazy. And I remember back at a certain time when he first had this idea, and he started off with a swimsuit calendar. And he said at that point in time that he was going to have one of the first and the largest magazines here in Houston. And of course, at that time, that sounded really crazy. And over the years, I have seen him elevate people's careers just through him helping the community do what he loves so much, and that's reporting the news. That's helping people do what they do. And I've seen him springboard other people into their own careers, and he continues to give graciously. The magazine is recognized not only on CNN and various cable networks throughout the country, but he has expanded his business here in Houston to a global audience. And so I proudly, as his friend and a colleague, and I actually report for Houston Style and their fitness, take this for the magazine and the many in the community that he touches. He has always been accessible and a friend to many, a mentor to many more, and a business man and entrepreneur, one that loves his family, and has raised some beautiful daughters that have gone on to do great things. And so I take this on his behalf and hope that you will celebrate him in the meantime.
Thank you.
Truly, we celebrate Mr. Francis Page and his contributions. If you have not tapped into Houston Style Magazine, do that. When you leave here, put that on your to-do list. Definitely a great publication. Our very next honoree for the evening is Mary Kennedy of KRBE Radio. Mary started KRBE 7 years ago, and she's been in Houston for about 10 years now, doing everything from news and traffic, and get this, you all, even DJing pop music. She's definitely an all-around girl. Hosting public affairs shows. She's worked with hundreds of nonprofit organizations right here in the Houston area. Her favorite pastime is simply giving back. And she says it's so fulfilling. It's allowed her to check some things off her bucket list. One of the most recent things is participating in a half marathon this year, correct? And so at this time, we want to celebrate Ms. Mary Kennedy.
Another one off my bucket list tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I think that anybody who's been in radio for any length of time knows that you wear a lot of hats in radio. One of the hats that I get to wear is host of KRBE's Public Affairs Show, and I do get to bring hundreds of people in every year to help them get the message out and make a real difference in their communities. So I accept this award on all the people's behalf that are out there rolling up their sleeves and working for their communities. Thank you so much.
Mr. Bob McKay.
Yeah.
I am going to have Mr. Bob McKay come forward and just share with us. It's a wealth of information. It's so many things that he does. I want him to tell us for himself. So just share with us a little bit of what you've done in the world of journalism and what you've accomplished. Welcome, Bob McKay.
Thank you so much. I'm honored to be here, just as everybody else is. I think we gotta, thank God for all of us being here.
Yeah.
Without starting there, we're nowhere. I'm blessed to have my lovely wife here, Jamie.
Yeah, yeah.
My oldest daughter, Mariah, graduated of Texas A&M. You got it, dig it. So anyways, but I've been with Radio 1 now for about 9 years, and it's this past 9 years has been great, and I'm looking forward to many, many more. I thank people like Bruce and Velma for putting things like this together. I mean, in the ethnic community, there's a lot of great things that we can do and got to continue to do and expose everybody. I am so fortunate and blessed to work with two of the biggest brands really in urban radio all over the country. Magic 102 has been here in the community for 37 years, giving back, and we're calling it now the People Station, because anybody that's listened to it truly knows that's what it is.
Yeah.
With people like Candy Eastman on the air for years, you know, Funky Larry Jones. You gotta love Uncle Funky. You know, and one of the things about that is that, you know, you gotta love our business and radio. Here's a guy that's been let go by the company 3 times, but yet he's back for his 4th. You know, you heard it with Yolanda Adams. We're so fortunate to have Yolanda here in the market still, even though we don't have the gospel station. We put on News 92.1, and so she still broadcasts from here, and so does James Fortune from 6P to 10P. A lot of people don't know that, and that's on 72 markets. Last year, Kathy Hughes came in for the Pinnacle Awards. It was great to have Miss H here. Monday is Miss H's Day, so if you listen to our radio stations, there'll be some great information about her because, you know, what she's done for the community and the 15 communities that we are in, and with TV1 and everything else that her and Alfred are doing. As one of the sales guys, you know, I'm just there to try to put things together. I leave you with 5 things that, you know, I like to try to live by. Number 1 is actually from Martin Luther King. It's, we're better if we work together.
That's
I mean,
good.
everybody in this room. I mean, at some time we're media competitors, but at the same time, if we do the right things for the breast walks and, you know, the diabetes associations and all those things, we can all come together to make a difference. Number 2, impossible is not a word. You gotta always do that, okay? Dream big or go home.
That's
Okay?
good, that's fine.
All right.
Yes.
Number 4 is one that the ladies always like, and sometimes they just don't pay attention to it because the shoes look too nice, but wear comfortable shoes. Gotta have comfortable shoes on. We do a lot of walking out there, right? And number 5 is the golden rule. I mean, treat people the way you want to be treated, you know, in every day and every way that, you live life. So God bless everybody, and thank you.
Mrs. Johnson, we certainly do appreciate being a part of anything that you're doing. We know that you're doing positive, encouraging things within this community. And anytime that you need our support, feel free to call Alan Dave, and we'll do everything that we possibly can. Thank you very much.
What an amazing night this has been. An amazing night of celebrating and honoring individuals who every day are giving. You know, and if I could just take a moment to share, you know, oftentimes when we, you know, hear these stories, we read in the columns and we watch the news, they deliver the bad news, right? And then what happens is the messenger is the person who's shot. And so I am so grateful to Velma and Bruce for putting together such an event to honor these individuals beyond what we see on television at 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. And so let me say to you all, thank you, thank you, thank you for the Secret Society Media Awards. And at this time, I'd like to yield the floor to you. So let's celebrate them as they come and give closing remarks. There are a couple of other sponsors that I do want to recognize. Delicious Southern Catering Company, Chef Dee Dee. She may have left. She's downstairs. Those waffles was really good. Velvet waffles and chicken. All right. So our next sponsor that I would like to definitely recognize, and I thank you so much,
Miss Speller, Tiffany, Twice Media Production. Thank you for sponsoring this event. We really appreciate it. And, so we have Alan David. Okay, Alan David, so Bruce, we're gonna allow you to close out, and we're gonna trust that you're not going to talk a whole lot. They're ready to go. And I know, listen y'all, this is my client, and sometimes on the phone I say, Bruce, this is enough, okay? So,
I'll give you something. Well, first of all, I want to say this, that it's not often you find somebody that really stands by you. By the way, we did not plan this thing tonight. We didn't plan, no, I promise you we didn't. We didn't plan it. But I just want to say this, that Velma has been definitely a true trooper in helping to spearhead all this stuff. And again, you that know and send me love on Facebook, and I'm just going to go here real quick. I was on the 26th, I was rushed to the hospital with threatening a heart attack. And when I got there and I prayed and asked God to heal my body, not give me a stroke on my left side, as my hands had clamped up and my feet had froze, I couldn't move either. And I began to just pray and ask God, this is not what you planned for my life. And even in that prayer and going through and having to have an emergency surgery the next day with a heart catheterization and not knowing what a stent was, not knowing how that happens, God took the fear away from my mind. My pastor prayed for me, and I asked God two things. I said, if you're ready for me, I'm ready. But if you're not ready for me, I know you got something good for me to do. And I was going to church last Sunday, and I turned left, and God said, I'm about to do a new thing in your life. I went in and told Pastor Rudy, I said, Rudy, I don't know what God's about to do, but I think he's about to do something. He said, well, let him start doing it. But I just want to say that. Thank you for everybody that came. Alan Dave, funeral home, and I want them to stand because these cats are dressed for the gods right here. Y'all stand up, stand up. Now, I'm going to tell you something about Alan Dave. And Anthony McDuff is one of my friends, has been my friend over 25 plus years. Probably go back a little bit further, I don't want to tell my age. But I just want to say this about this funeral home. This is our second event with them. And every time I've called, they've been there. But I want to share something with you. If you have not made a decision, this is my pitch. If you've not made a decision, he's the man. He's the man. Okay? They got a plan for you.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Thank you, DJ J6. Thank you, Michael Sterling. Congratulations on your new film coming up, signed, sealed, and delivered in theaters October the 25th.
Yeah!
No, come back up here. Oh my God. You guys did such an amazing job.
Thank you.
How old are you?
I'm 11 and I just turned 12.
Oh my God, God is really good. Like,
All
look
the
at
time.
God's creation. Oh my God. Like, congratulations to you guys. And you guys keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Awesome.
You're welcome. And I definitely need to thank the ThinkZilla team.
Awesome job.
Charlie Hustle, he sent out some nice e-blasts. He got this red and black suit on over here. All right, so we can.
The baddest, if you need some clothes, man, baddest designer, baddest stylist in the city, my personal stylist. This is the person that helps me get dressed. Tim Thorne, stand up. Stand up, Tim Thorne. This is the guy that keeps me together. Yeah. And ladies and gentlemen.
Lady stuff too?
I don't make clothes, I just style.
Oh, you just style. Okay, well, this is off the chain.
The baddest producer in the city, working on my first single, Mr. Joe. Bad Joe Felder. Stand up, Mr. Joe.
Jay Gold Fitness. Thank you so much, Jay. Thank you.
An ambassador, kindly sponsored, helped. She has No Sisters Left Behind. She has a clinic in the city that's doing some magical things for people. And I just want to give Miss Lynette Reddick her dues while she's here, because I definitely, she's my guest tonight. And the people, y'all know I don't have guests. I don't get guests. Real quick, tell them what you got. Real quick, 2 minutes. 2 minutes, 2 minutes.
Okay, 2 minutes, you guys.
What a clinic
I
is?
have 2 clinics, amazing Missouri City, Rosenberg CMAC, which is an outpatient care center for clients with mental disabilities. And I also found out when you're dealing with someone with mental health, you got to deal with the whole body. So I'm also offering medical services as well. So 2 locations, and then I also decided to help out with Mr. Bruce Johnson, partner up with him with 1,000 Men in Black Empowerment, along with my organization, No Sisters Left Behind. You guys will be hearing more about her real soon.
Love you. My home girl. That's my home from Shreveport.
Shreveport, Louisiana.
By the way, you look really, really good. You look fabulous. You look fabulous.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, so Chef Didi came back in. You want to stand up? You guys, she have the best red velvet waffles. And everybody that knows me know that I eat. I'm really thankful that it hasn't caught up yet. Thank you. Creative Juice, Tamala is here. The best healthy juices, creativejuicecompany.com. Were you saying something, Christine?
No, everybody was asking about the cupcakes that you all have with the raspberry filling. So that all the desserts.
Is there any left?
Yep. I just so, but thank you for having me. I'm sorry.
I'm going to just walk out Mr. Brennan.
1,000 Men Empowerment Group is sponsoring a charitable men's shoe event at Meslin Shoes in the Galleria, November the 6th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. I will be there hosting, and for all the men and women that have boyfriends, husbands, whatever, if you bring a pair of shoes, gently worn shoes, Meslin will give you a discount on a new pair of shoes. And if any guys in this room know anything about Meslin shoes, Bruce is wearing a pair tonight. Hey! Meslin shoes. So it's November the 6th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. And it's sponsored by 1,000 Men Empowerment Group.
Yeah, good stuff. Thank you, Tim.
Thank you, Tim, and thank you, Mocha Blake with GlamHouston.com for all that you do. For all that you do. We have Prudential Real Estate here. Thank you guys again. Chanel, thank you guys again.
Thank you.
I think Velma's been holding the mic because she's so humble and she sees that we have flowers for her back here. But I just want to take a moment to give her her flowers and tell her how much we appreciate ThinkZilla, her efforts, everything she's poured into the secret society, and for just being a strategic genius to think of something of this sort to honor you all. So if we could just stand to our feet as we prepare to go downstairs, and we just want to make a thunderous applause for Will and to honor her tonight. The red carpet is available, so if you'd like to go down for your photo ops and mingle a little bit, there's still music. And thank you all for joining us at the Secret Society Media Awards.
One photo op right here, please. Can I just hold it low? Hold it low. No.
And then I now know that the iodine, because my dad knows.
Yeah, we are. We're gonna bring. I'll meet you guys down in a minute. Okay. All right.
So are you busy active at the church? Or what do you do at the church? I'm actually the team pastor there. Really? Yeah. Wonderful.
So now what are you doing over there now? Okay, so you got it all. Okay. So let's look at doing some things here. Now I know the Sunday morning program. That's what I'm.
Okay.
Regular tickets at the
Coffee house.
Okay, so I guess we should go take some more pictures. Are you filming? Okay, I like that angle though. That's my I am a little bit. I'll try not to.
Right around the corner. That is right around the corner. And another thing too, together, if you have any J cards or something like that, I could probably,
I just have to. Since we met twice, this is gonna be the third time. Okay, so.
Oh, thank you.
We just do one turn for the camera. We just do one turn for the camera. One camera. There you go. Here we go.
Watch out now.
You gotta put that lean in there. Put that lean in there.
I feel good.
That's what I'm talking about.
Now we're talking.
1, 2.
He's not the only one here.
Oh, no problem. Let me get my selfie really quick. Oh, get my selfie real quick.
Y'all get hers while we.
Oh, we're getting it. We're getting it.
1, 2.
Holding that pose is like, whoa.
I'll change the pose.
Oh, I didn't know you was going. Okay.
You ready? Okay.
What's your name, sir?
George, I'm with here. Waves, please. Big waves. Can we get some kisses? Okay, at the same time. At the same time.
1, 2, 3.
This is Braden J here at the Secret Society Awards. It's a blessing and an honor to be here. I'm here with the Braden J Show with Rejoice Network. Shout out to my friend Bruce Johnson and Miss Velma Trahan for inviting me. God bless you. Peace.
That's good for me. How about you, sir?
I'm good.